Hello, it is the meat hall time, the best time, which is
What do you say? Ready to
placements.
have a little fun?
Hello, everybody. I hope you are here and having a great time. There's so much hype happening in the channel that it's insane. Um, my name is Aura, and quick to start it off, here is the agenda for the evening. We're aiming for about an hour. This is usually the longest meat hall for placements and everything like that. Plan for it to be done a little bit sooner. We usually kind of run through it pretty quickly. But take a look. This is the agenda. We're going to start off congratulating our partners over at Regen for their Regen Invitational and their charity that they were raising for. Shout out to the free agent combine that we put on, every time before the new season to help promote people and get people on teams and new teams get started and all that fun stuff. Welcoming new staff, obviously. We run on volunteers, so it's always nice to have new faces and people coming in, and when people have to go or anything like that. So if you're interested, definitely let us know. Caster resources, kind of going over the basic stuff for casters like we do every season. Nexus Edge update, Analyst update, rules update, the basic stuff we always
What do
go
you
over.
say? Ready to have a little fun?
Obviously, as a new season enters, we have some more website hype and little fun stuff that's been added to help you guys and to help staff. Important dates and reminders, we'll have those pinned in multiple channels, so you'll probably see stuff going up on Discord tonight or tomorrow as stuff kind of gets reposted there, so you guys can have those as permanent reminders. Introduction for the map pool. If you weren't involved, we did have a final map community vote. We had the last 3 maps that were voted on, and you guys voted for which one you wanted to be the 10th map. So we'll be revealing that tonight. And then obviously a little bit about what goes into placements, how the people who focus on placements every season do their best to get the best competition for you guys and what they kind of go through. It's very difficult task sometimes. And then obviously the season 9 divisions, what everybody's waiting for, we put that at the end per tradition. So sorry, but you got to sit through the other stuff if you want to know where you're placed. And then, of course, Discord updates, which I'll kind of go over. Obviously, the division chats will be updated either be tonight or tomorrow. And then just some general Discord reminders, and then obviously our Q&A. So if questions come up, definitely feel free to post them in chat throughout the night or at the end, and we'll kind of grab them and put them all together. But to start us off, I will introduce Murda.
Thank you, Aura, and welcome everyone to the Mead Hall today. I want to chat briefly about what's been going on over the past 2 weeks. We were hosting the Regen Invitational 3, and this time we actually partnered up along with NGS and Regen to raise some money for military and veteran gamers nonprofit charity. They work with our military veterans who suffer from PTSD and depression, and you guys were absolutely amazing. Our initial goal was to raise $500. You guys destroyed that goal, so we had to add in another one, and as of last night, we ended up raising a total of $1,050 for these veterans, an absolutely amazing accomplishment. So for all of you guys who participated in the event or contributed, a big thank you from all of us here at NGS, and our partners over at MVG have said the same. They are so pleased to have worked with us. Quick congratulations also need to go out to our champions. We had 2 separate brackets. We had the invitational bracket and the challenger bracket, and here on your screen you can see our champions were Party Time and Celeb Gaming. So huge congrats to you guys, and definitely looking forward to some more great events in the future. Speaking of events, we had a fantastic one just a couple weeks ago, I think. Maybe it's been about a month now, the Free Agent Combine. So I'm going to pass it over to Wedge, and he's going to tell you more about it.
Thanks, Merida. So, yet again, we had another free agent combine to as soon as the signups were opened up for season 9, and yet again, it just keeps on. We keep on getting more and more people signing up, and I'm just really happy to see that. We've had the largest turnout yet of any of the seasons. We had 8 teams playing at once for almost the entire night. There was only the first block where we had 6 teams going for that. And super happy to see the spread of the level of talent. We've got players coming up all the way from like a couple of players that are in bronze all the way to some grandmasters, as well as plenty of people helping to fill in last minute, which made things a lot nicer. And of course, I want to send a super big shout out to the casters that ended up helping out for the entire event. Big shout out to Bahamut, Venus, Monkus, Lazy Hydra, Rackham, and Kime for making it so that we all got to see all the talent on display. And now over to Bourne for talking about all the new faces we've got.
Hey guys, like Aura mentioned earlier, we obviously run on volunteers, and we've brought a bunch of new people on this season to help out with running everything for you. As you know, we were looking for a new head caster, and we brought on DB Smiley to take over for Arrow. Key is our new head analyst, working on Nexus Edge with Linehouse as the new producer. We've got our new assistant tech director, Shadonis, to help Wraithling out with all the wonderful website stuff going on. And we've got some new division mods coming up for you guys for all the divisions this season. We've got Goliath, Pina Colada, DeWitt, Carve, Eric with a K, and Gokwe. Community mods, Sheej has stepped up. We've got Dax joining the Analysts team. We've got some new writers to put out awesome articles for you. Eric with a K, Pokeflute, and Dorshi. Ryokai has stepped up to be the new head of the rules committee, and this is Kobe has joined us on the events committee. You don't have to apply just during the off season. We always need help with stuff. So if you feel like you would fit in on any of our committees or have ideas about what we could do to improve, just shoot me or Jackster a DM. We'll see what we can do. And there's always the help wanted section in Discord as well. And be sure also to check out Drunk Dwarf's new article posted on our website. Turning this over now to your new head caster for casting updates.
All right. Hi there, everyone. DB Smiley here. I am the new head caster, so my role is largely just to try to maintain the success that this league has had in terms of casting under Arrow. We're always looking for new casters, but I will say that this league has just been exceptional when it comes to getting games casted. Over 2/3 of games have been casted now the last 2 seasons. Barely cleared that last season, but we're going to try to get that back up again. To that end, just some updated bylaws. Namely, we're expanding the minimum distance between games to 1 hour and 45 minutes as opposed to 1 hour and 30 minutes. That's just because of the increased game times we're seeing with the current patch, as well as just to add some more consistency. Otherwise, we don't really plan to change much from this season to last season. There will be a new report form, so if you've casted before, you're familiar with that. If you're not, we'll talk to you about it when you get in the caster channel. That will be linked and pinned. Hashtag check the pins on the caster's channel. As a polite reminder, well, first, if you are interested, of course, in joining the casting team, don't be afraid to reach out to me or to Venus or Jason, the 2 assistant head casters. As a reminder, please do not ping casters. We know you want your games casted. Everyone wants their games casted. We will do our best to do so. But it is just it's hard for us when we need to communicate with each other, when the casters need to see pings from me to kind of mix those two up. If you want your game casted, here's the best tip. Step 1, schedule it early. Step 2, don't schedule it Thursday, because everyone schedules all their games Thursday. If you do that, you're much, much more likely to get casted. But with that, just wanted to introduce myself. My goal is just to keep the wheels on the cart, not to try to reinvent it. So don't expect me to do that. I'm going to turn it over to Turd to talk about Nexus Edge.
Hello, everyone. Of course, this is Turd Herder, the co-host of Nexus Edge, and I have some exciting news for you this season. We are bringing in a brand new Nexus Edge producer, Linehouse. He's got some really great ideas. We interviewed him in the offseason. We've been working really hard with getting a brand new Edge format. We're going to be moving away from the power rankings exclusively and moving more towards different segments, different things. So if there are topics that you're interested in or want the Nexus Edge analyst to take a look at, why don't you go ahead and let us know. Also, one of the big things that we're going to be trying to do is actually kind of looking at highlights and making a bigger impression on those. So make sure to submit your highlights. I know last season we kind of got off the rails there for a little bit, but please do that. And then the other thing we're going to be doing is Nexus Edge and the analysts are going to be supporting the Game of the Week, which is going to be airing every Thursday. I don't know that there's a specific time yet, but I guess that kind of goes against what DB Smiley was saying. But if you want to be on the Game of the Week, make sure your game is actually scheduled for Thursday, and that there's a good chance that your game will be picked there. And we're going to be doing deep dives into it, all kinds of fun stuff. So hopefully we'll see you guys there. Before I head out, though, I want to give props to the brand new head analyst, Key. So, Key, take it away.
Hi everyone, this is Key, your new head analyst. I will continue the amazing job that Arsenal did the last few seasons leading the Analyst and Edge group. What we are going to do this season, we'll continue to work closely with Nexus Edge to support them with any stats or info related segments on the show. We will also continue to deliver the weekly divisional stats updates, just like what we did in Season 8. So or we will continue to find ways to present any stats-related information. Also, if you wish to become an analyst, fill out the volunteer application and the hiring committee will reach out to you. Now I'm going to pass on to Ektar to give you some rules update.
Hello everyone, it's Ektar, your head moderator and part-time rules lawyer, with a couple of updates to our rules. Say hello to Ryokai, who is the new head of the rules committee, who unfortunately could not be here tonight to inform you of all of the wonderful changes we have going into Season 9. First off, we have a new channel for reporting bugs. It is the hashtag report Blizzard bugs channel under the send help category. This is where you're going to want to post things that you find during your games or you find online, so that the rules committee can be informed of all of the bugs that are happening, because we're often not. We often will find out things through Reddit, so if you can let us know, we can get things smoothed out for a nice season going forward. One decent sized change we've got for the season is that the rosters are being locked earlier in the season compared to the last season. The roster soft lock will be beginning in round 7, and rosters are hard locked at the start of round 9. Spoiler alert, we're going to have 9 rounds this season. More importantly, however, the toy train mount is finally unbanned. We had actually done this before Blizzard had fixed some of the bugs with the toy train, but Rules Committee had decided that, you know what, the toy train bugs just aren't worth putting a ban on everyone's favorite mount. So go ahead and spam as many toot toots as you want in your NGS games. And a bunch of actual bugs got fixed in the game. Make sure you stay up to date using !bans in Discord. And I'm going to be throwing over to Shadonis, one of our many website guys, to talk to you about our website.
Hello, as stated, I am the new assistant technical director for NGS, and we got all sorts of really awesome website stuff to be talking to you about. We worked really hard on getting these things ready to go by the time this season rolled around, and they're finally ready to be sent out to all of you guys to enjoy. So the first thing I'm going to go into detail here on the MVP system. We got these really awesome displays, which will help you see who the MVP is in each game, and it'll show up on the front page as well as in a new special tab. It's really helpful because, as I'm sure anyone is aware, in sports, people really do like to follow a specific player, not just teams. And this gives you an opportunity to show off your best player and create some hype for your team. And it's incredibly easy to do. Your captain can just hop in there right where you report the match and just select a player right there where it says player, and it's easy as that. Going hand in hand with that is the play of the game system, which is also incredibly easy to use. It's just putting in a Twitch clip there, which you can do after the stream is up, or you can just make a Twitch clip for yourself if your game was not casted. Again, it's really useful to create hype, and we actually have a voting system, as you can see there. All you got to do is, when you're connected to the site, is click where it says smiles, and you can vote for your favorites, and it'll help our Nexus Edge people find the clips that you guys really like so that they can bring it on to the show for you guys. And the last thing is the broadcasting banner, which already has been live for a little while. And basically, what it's going to do is push down the Jumbotron, and it's going to make it very visible what streams are going on right now. And it'll really help connect viewers, casters, and teams all with each other, and make it really easy to just binge from one cast to another without any hesitation. And without further ado, I'm going to transition now over to Wedge for some dates and reminders.
Thanks so much for all those updates, Shadonis. Website's going to be looking a whole lot better now, guys. It just keeps on improving season after season. So here are some important dates and reminders for you guys. So we're gonna after this meet hall, we're gonna make sure everything's settled on nicely, and then we're gonna reveal our schedules for all the teams this Tuesday, April 21st. The regular season will then run from April 27th all the way to June 28th. You will notice that this is 9 weeks, and this is the first time that we've done 9 weeks for every single division. So this is going to be a bit of a change for us. Playoffs, we're still sticking with 4 weeks for everyone. And then the grand finals week is going to be July 27th to August 2nd. It's also worth noting that in week 7 and 9, week 7 will be the roster soft lock, and week 9 will be the roster hard lock. We'll make sure to have all these dates pinned for you in the Help Me channel so that you guys can see them more easily. It's also very important. We are still doing flex matches, so please schedule those as early as you can. With it being 9 weeks, it'll be a lot easier for you to fit your flex matches in, but that is no reason to slack on them. And if you do happen to start slacking on them, Born to Shine will make sure to take advantage of all the pinging she's able to do to get you to get them done. Now we're going to move on to the map pool for Season 9. So this season, we decided to do something different. We decided to go with the top 9 and then allow the community vote for the 10th map. But as you'll see, we still ended up with the same map as last season. So it's the exact same map pool with Alterac Pass, Battlefield of Eternity, Braxis Holdout, Cursed Hollow, Dragonshire, Infernal Shrines, Sky Temple, Tomb of the Spider Queen, Towers of Doom, Volskaya Foundry. And if you want to take a look to see just how close it ended up being for the community vote, you can see here that Braxis Holdout barely eked out Hanamura Temple and Garden of Terror to claim that final spot. And now over to Mongoose to talk about our placement information.
Hello, everybody. We are very close to the reason you're all here. As much as I know you all like hearing about updated rules and schedule length, placement is right around the corner. I'm going to very quickly go over how we do it. We look at past NGS performance first and foremost, and after that, we use comparative data with Storm League ranking, Heroes Profile, MMR, and anything else we happen to know about the teams, the players, and make sure we do the best we can to get competitive divisions top to bottom. I believe we do still have the article up, Jackster's article, which was from last season, I believe, but it's still completely relevant because the method in which we do that hasn't really changed that much. But thanks to everybody who helped me do placement, and thanks also to Wraithling, who gave us some new tools this season for placement, which really helped make this easier, and you guys will see those here in a few minutes. Lastly, there are a number of roster ads backlogged waiting for mod approval currently. After Mead Hall today, the rosters will be unlocked. We will start going through those. However, after placements are revealed, all roster ads are subject to the roster ad limits per division. So your div mods are going to be reaching out to team captains, and they're going to be asking for Storm League ranking information to make sure that the roster ads are legal for your division. So after today, we will be getting to those. It will take a couple of days probably to work our way through them all, but it is on the radar. And that's it for that. So without further ado, let's introduce our Season 9 division breakdowns. This season, we have 109 teams active in NGS, and those teams are divided into 10 different divisions. Of course, our heroic division at the top. You'll notice our Division A West, we actually have our coastal split back in Division A. We were very happy to see that. And most importantly is, of course, the Division E hype. Division E is back. We're very excited for that. You can see off to the left-hand side there, that is your roster ad limits, upper limits per division. And each team is allowed 3 off-roster subs for the entirety of the season, and that is the off-roster sub limit as noted there. So NGS players, it is important that you do your placements. I know the season just rolled. If you haven't done them yet, it's down to 3 games. Get those placements done. We look at Storm League rank. So you really need to have yourself placed if you're going to be participating in NGS. And that is it for me. Quick reminder, schedules will be out Tuesday-ish. And now I'm going to pass it over to Wedge, who is going to introduce our heroic division for Season 9.
Thanks, Mongoose. So again, I'm going to be the moderator for Heroic Division, but this time I've got someone else helping me out. We decided to bring Carv along as a new moderator to help with the mod duties for Heroic. So I'm going to have him introduce all the teams we've got here.
Thanks, Wedge. First, appreciate being here, and here are the teams. So for the Heroic Division, we have Anti-Clown Association, Archon, Choking Hazards, CPOG X Fan Club, Deathwings Hookah Lounge, Dread Pirates, Give Us 20, Press Forward, Quarantine, Quarantine Kappas, Regen, Washed Up, and We Take These. And I'll hand it on off to Eric with an A to send it for Div A.
Hi there, my name is Eric with a K, and I'm going to be the division moderator for Division A East. And these are the teams for Division A East. You have 2 Calculated to Throw, Beast Coast, Gilly Shark, Heroes of the United States, Insomnia, Parsley, Snag, Rosemary, and Line, Party Time, Pixie Dusters, Regen Phoenix, Sky 5, and Team Happy Cloud. And I'll be throwing it over to Born to Shine for Division A West.
Hey, Div A, you're stuck with me once again. Division A West is going to be actually the first of our brand new double round robin teams this season. To make it more competitive for you guys and easier for some of our West Coast teams to schedule, we've got some smaller divs that are actually going to play each team in their division twice. So instead of having, like 12 or 13 teams playing everyone and 8 teams make it to the playoffs, you're going to have 6 to 7 teams. You're going to play everyone twice, and then the top 4 teams will make it to the playoffs. So as you can see, Div A West this year will be Minion Miners, Phoenix Rising Ruby, Regen Anomaly, Regen Retro, Tainted Orphans, and Wholesome Halfwits. So here's where I would pass things over to Boggs to announce Division B East, but since he could not be with us tonight, I'm going to go ahead and take care of announcing all those teams for him. So this season's Division B East will be Bad by Design, Boogan Squad, Die for Vision, Durotan's Couch, House of Shez, Jailbait, Phoenix Rising Emerald, Roomba Rotations, Run It Down Mid, The One Tricks, Tiny Dancers, Tricky Gooses, and Uncomfortably Numb. And now over to Turd Herder to announce Division B West.
Hello again. Yes, I'm here with Division B West. I'm covering for DeWitt today. He also could not make it, but he's going to be your moderator. So without further ado, let's get right into it. We have, I can't even remember, Abba Murky Cult, Arrogant Nephilim, Avalanche, Bronze 6, Caffeinated Knights, Die Gaming, Feigned Competence, Nanoed Abba, Phoenix Rising Onyx, Roll One Esports, Soak Every Lane in SpongeBob letters, Spooky Ghosts, and Zombie Eradication Squad. And without further ado, let's go on over to Pina Colada with Division C East.
Hey guys, I'm gonna be your new Division C East moderator. And the teams we have in C East are Bancho, Death and Deadly, Lubu, Phoenix Rising Diamond, Primates, Pro Be Us, Scalding Sweat Cult, Team Mana Frenzy, Team Tiny, Wood League, World Hunger Avoidance Team, Zirconium League, and Zombie Step. I'm going to send it on over to my C West partner, which is Aura.
Well, of course, I'm back in the best division ever. Of course, we have buckets. And for C West, definitely happy to be back here. We will go through placements. First, we have minus 10 armor, who used to be 10 armor, but are now minus 10 armor. Amateur opponents, Annie Oak League, Better Than Bots, Can't Counterpick Stupid, Clouded Minds, Cosmos, currently chasing Samuro, Essence Gaming, Randy Newman, Resurgence of the Storm, Respect the Goose, and Team Training Wheels. And then I will get it over here to one of our new mods, Goliath, to take over.
I actually don't see Goliath in the call, so hello everyone. This is Ektar. I will be announcing Division D East on Goliath's behalf. They have Bunker Fun Time, Kael'thas Can't Spell, Calculated Throw, Church of Murky, Dirk Throws These, Franksfurters, Full Meta Jacket, I Must Feed, The Illidancing Queens, Nexus Cats, Probius Drift Cannon Rush, Zul'jin Distillery, and your math teachers. I have a lot of respect for math teachers. And I'm going to throw it on over to myself as the Division D West moderator, which is our second double round robin division with Artemis, Bloodbath and Beyond, Choo Choo Boys, Cool Cats and Kittens, Luigi and Knuckles at the Olympic Games, Psystorm Gaming, and Team Rainbow Strike Go. Welcome back to all of those returning teams, and throwing it over to the best division, Division E with Dallying Pig and Gokwe.
Hello, I'm Dallying Pig. I'm going to be your Division E moderator along with Gokwe. Our teams are Cerebral Gaming, Freedonia, One More Fight, Phoenix Rising Amethyst, The Baddest Dudes, We the Papegas, and Revenge of Yapai. I'm not going to say their full name. Throwing it over to Ara for some division or Discord updates.
So of course you guys know now that placements are done, the Discord division chats are going to be updated. That might be roughly tonight or tomorrow. But in order to do that, you need to make sure that your team, if you're a captain, I've already done yours for you because I wanted to get all the captains together. But essentially, you need to make sure that your team is going at the very bottom of the Discord. There's a channel called Team Self Assignment. Go into that. If you check the pins, it'll tell you exactly how to use it and exactly how to spell your team name and everything to get your team assignment so that I can give everyone the correct division chat permissions, because essentially we have to do that by hand right now. We're working on a solution, but doing it by hand takes a while. So if you guys help me out, that's great. Quick reminder, don't abuse the bot. Abusing the bot includes, over pinging, joining or leaving a team, joining teams that you're not actually a part of. I do check. So please don't do that. I don't want to have to, give you a timeout in Discord. And then obviously going through some of the commands in Discord, the exclamation point bans, skins, and maps, those are going to tell you the current bans throughout the season. I recommend captains or teams to check them, before each match, because sometimes, things get announced or you might miss something. So I would just double check. The skins are roughly the same, but we as the rules committee will reevaluate skins as needed throughout, the season if anything new comes up or there's issues or anything. And then the season 9 map pool, it is the same as last season, so not a huge change, but in case you forget or you want to know what you're playing, you can double check on there. The captain's list is also a channel that needs to be updated again, probably tomorrow evening. I'll have that finalized just because I have to re-put it all in there. But if you are a captain and you have an assistant captain, please shoot me a DM if you haven't already so I can get them added on there as well, because obviously they can help you on the website, and I also want them to be able to help you in Discord. The send help category as a whole, that's the help me channel, suggestions, discussion, bugs, website, all that fun stuff. That little section is going to be your best friend. Definitely check the pins in there, especially in the Help Me channel. We usually put all the dates, all the important information in there. Or if you need a help or assistance, definitely ping somebody and they will get you, help right away. Obviously, you can do that once the division channels are live too, but those are kind of your go-to channels for any immediate feedback or anything throughout the season. And I will throw it over to Weenus to close us out for tonight.
Hello, family, friends, NGS community. I'm very excited to have everybody here all together. Trying times, but very much excited for this new season 9 of NGS. Remember, you can follow us on social media in various places. We're on Twitter. That's at Nexus_series. Remember to check the announcements in Discord. That's where you'll find all the latest updates. And also some silly stuff from time to time. So it's not all about the business. Sometimes we have some fun. Stay up to date with all of our media that we have. We have the Nexus Now podcast, the Nexus Edge League coverage, all the casted games, VODs from 6, 7, 8, 9. The volumes from seasons 1 through 5 are kept in a large safe, and you have to check those out in person. So we don't have those up on YouTube, but if you want to, check with Seventh Ace, and he'll give you access to that vault. Find it all on the NGS website, Twitch, and YouTube. There's a lot of different content that you can find on our YouTube channel, which includes Nexus Edge, NGS Rewind, the late night face check. Look at that face. My goodness. So smiley. Nexus Now, ladies of the Nexus, all good stuff. Look forward to these shows coming up in the next season as well. We'll see what happens there. And I think that's going to pretty much do it. But just a reminder to check the pins all the time. Otherwise, Aura will find you and she'll give you a tickle. All right, that's it for this presentation. Now, if you have any questions, one more thing. Just a reminder about the spam championship. It's hard to say. Tomorrow, for the spam off-season event, it will be tomorrow at 7 p.m. It's going to be Jailbait versus We Take These. An excellent off-season event put together by Lulu. So we should definitely check that out at 7 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. Thank you very much for that reminder. And we are doing a stream code giveaway. So we need a keyword entered into chat. And the keyword is chicken. All one word, lowercase chicken. Enter chicken in chat now. And we will do some Steam code giveaways. If you have any questions, we are going to open up the floor now to you guys in chat. We've collected a few as this presentation has been going. So we will go to the questions and answers, and we will we'll address those now.
What's the start?
Dallying Pig asks, will power rankings be made by analysts? Turtle, I think that's a you question.
Yeah, me and Key. That's a great question, Dallying Pig. And the answer is, yeah, I think some of us plan on doing that. I know I personally have a plan to maybe write some articles using power rankings and using the graphics. We'll see. That might be something to release in Discord. We don't have any concrete plans, as you can kind of tell by my answer, but I think people are still really excited about the power rankings. Just it's not going to be the exclusive primary focus of the show going forward. So great question. Thanks for asking, Dallying Pig.
Regen Arrow asks, will you be able to report directly from the website on the regarding the caster slide?
Smiley?
I know DB
Sorry
Smiley said
about
that there
that.
was
I had
a
a-
change to the casting form.
Sorry.
There he is.
Sorry about that. Forgive me. I missed the question. Forgive me.
Will casters still be able to do reporting directly from the website?
So the reporting will still be done through a Google form, is my current understanding. That is to say, I'm not aware of any website tool to report the games within there. So we'll still be using a Google form.
There should still be a link, however, on the website, though, that you can click in your caster dashboard, which should take you to the Google form and will autofill in like the match identification number and stuff like that, I believe.
Okay, I'll need to get in. Forgive me, I'm still kind of learning all the systems here. I will need to get in touch with the relevant people to set it up, because we do have a new form this time around. So just probably need to update that web link.
Just as a heads up, everyone, it seems like there's a bit of an issue with giveaway stuff, and it's working now. So if now you guys want to put in chicken, now would be the time for it to work. Sorry about that.
So
put in chicken
again.
Re-enter chicken, and we'll make sure to give away a whole bunch. We'll give away 3 Steam keys.
And I did see someone just ask about they're new to the league. Skeptic Mo. We're new to the league. How do we get our captain added to the captain's list? Is it even important? So the captain's list is in Discord. It's essentially a fast track list for all of the captains. I mean, if you look at it right now, it has all of the ones from last season. So it's in a nice little place, quick to grab. It's going to have the team name, the captain, if they have any assistants. It's going to be kind of your go-to place for fast contact within Discord. It's important in the sense of people do use it. Obviously, you don't have to use it. We have the website. We have other avenues to get in contact with those people. But you can DM me in Discord. My name is Aura. I'm the one who posts in that channel. I'm not online right now, but you can post in that channel and or you can see my name in that channel and send me a DM and I will get it all updated. If you are already a captain, I probably already have you added to the list. I do that ahead of time in terms of getting you the captain tag. But then I have the captain tag already, so I'll get you added to the list either. Like I said, it might be tomorrow when I update that list, just timing reasons.
Duke Zach asks, will all caster resources be in one simple to find spot? Yes, all of the caster resources should be pinned in the hashtag casters channel in the NGS Discord. So look there for all of your caster-based resources.
Alrighty, we're gonna do the roll now for the giveaways. So we're gonna do 3 here, and if you guys could then just shoot a DM to Wedge in Discord, I'll make sure to reach out to you 3 to get you your Steam codes. So looks like the first one here is Erdus Durner. I'm very sorry for pronouncing it well. The second one is Crafty Trent. And the third one is Romedy MC. So if you 3 could all shoot me a DM in Discord, I'll make sure to get you guys the Steam codes. Thanks, guys.
Wedge, can you say Erder 3 times in a row fast for us?
I can say it half a time slow. Does that count?
Arige 2020 asks, can assistant captains do it as well regarding play of the game and MVP reporting? They should be able to. Assistant captains have the authority to do basically anything on the website that the captain can do, except for maybe change who the captain is. So look for your assistant captains to be doing that as well if they're the ones doing your match reporting. Why can't I stream this to my TV? If, like me, you have a Samsung TV, there's not a Twitch app, and we're sad. Sorry. Giggleschmack, can players vote for their own plays? Only if you think that they're worth it. Doc Scoogies, do we know already how many flex matches there are going to be? Mathematically, it could be determined because there are 9 weeks. So if your team is not double round robin and has 11 or more teams in the division, you're going to have that many flex matches. So if you have 11, you'll have 1 flex match, 12, 2 flex matches, etc.
And I'll jump in real quick, Hector. If you're in a division that has an odd number of teams, there are bye weeks. So not all teams will necessarily have the same number of flex matches. So if you get assigned a bye week, that is an excellent time to knock out your extra flex match.
Schedule your flex matches, guys. Don't make me find you.
Once again, coming in from Arrow of Regen, last season there was some discussion about rules changing that were coming regarding banned talents, etc. Did that just get sidelined entirely then? A little bit yes, a little bit no. A lot of the talents that we were considering allowing with the banned interactions actually got fixed recently. There is still a discussion of certain other talents, such as Garrosh's Into the Fray. Currently, the talent is now unbanned on Volskaya, but the interaction of actually throwing a turret is banned. That one in particular is one we're looking at reviewing in the future just because it has been so pervasive, but we are, again, still looking into it. Mr. Born to Shine asks, will this slideshow be available to view later? Not the slideshow itself, because we don't want people messing with that, because we use these as a template for all of the subsequent meet halls, but you can always watch the Twitch VOD, and it should be uploaded to YouTube by tomorrow. Beautiful Holiday, are we doing league awards for this season and or an all-star game? Regarding all-star games, those have always been somewhat community driven. So look for either someone on the events committee looking at you, Lulu, about our All-Star games, or a intra-divisional kind of a thing. Regarding league awards, that I believe the future going forward is to continue doing pins at least for this season and maybe also the next season, but don't have confirmation on that personally. Mongoose, do you know that?
Sorry, I was reading the questions in the thing. One more time, Hector.
League awards.
To my knowledge, the only thing that is in the works is what we've done in seasons past. That we don't have anything new in the hopper, but never say never. We do brainstorm throughout the season, so you never know what's going to happen. But to my knowledge, we haven't planned on doing anything that we haven't done in seasons past.
Alrighty. Wolf145, any news on skin bans? So, as of right now, we do not have any change to the skin bans other than the toy train has been unbanned. I understand that there's been some changes to map design to make some of the previously banned abilities to be more visible and things like that, but we haven't had a particularly compelling enough reason to go back and unban the old talents yet. It is something that we do still talk about frequently, but it's just a relatively large amount of testing for the amount of actual reward that we get for doing that. So no new updates on skin bans, unfortunately. Dontris 1, our assistant captain's able to help with the play of the game stuff. Already answered. Cool. Boggs, wait, did we change how Nexus Edge works? I missed the beginning. Yes. Watch the VOD. Valkymer, in Season 10, will we have the NGS Quell?
I'm going to go with no, probably not.
You're right. 10 isn't divisible by 4, so you really can't call it a quarter in any way. It doesn't work all that well.
We also like our teams alive. We like having you guys here.
There has been a suggestion floating around that the least played map automatically gets rotated out, and then we have the committee vote on a new map to replace it. But if that sounds something like you would like, make sure you indicate as such on your end of season survey. The Bay says hi. Hello. Is Murky auto-banned since he's too strong? Only in Div E. Phoenix Rising Hots, I have a question. What are the updated Division MMR requirements, or is it now driven by Storm League rank only? It is only driven by Storm League rank. In the past, we have shown what the approximate Division MMRs are, but as of last season, we are all Storm League driven as far as roster additions after the season starts. We do have like an internal MMR ban, but they're not actually used for decision-making purposes after the season starts. It's only for placements. So everything from here on out is all Storm League ranking. Arrow, this discussion wasn't about specific talents, but rather the philosophy of what, when, why to ban them. A little bit of an internal question, but we tend to ban things that appear to not be working as intended based on what we see and community feedback that give an advantage in favor of the interaction not working as intended. For example, the Deathwing being able to use Bellowing Roar while in the air, clearly not working as intended, so that's what ended up getting banned.
Essentially, we want to have less of just general bans of, hey, this is broken, we're banning it, and more analyzing it of, is this an issue? Because we don't know how quickly some of these issues are going to get resolved, as we've seen in the past. So we do kind of want to make it to where it's not just a huge list of things getting banned
There
for
is
little
also
reasons. Yeah.
There's also a current bug that Imperius has where basically his Q animation is lasting the full duration even when he doesn't hit anybody. That is a bug that we're aware of, and hopefully now you're all aware of it as well. We are not banning Imperius or the usage of his Q because it's a bug that actually negatively impacts the hero in a way that's unintended, and you would not want to be using that hero because of that, so that's not something we're going to be banning. We try to ban only things that give what we would consider an unfair advantage in favor of the bugged ability. Can you give more info on roster ads and upper limits? Sure. So on the placement slide, we have the upper division bounds for roster additions. We have the roster cap. For example, divisions D, East, and West have a roster cap of Platinum 5. So if someone is ranked Platinum 5 or lower in Storm League, you can add that player. If you need to use a player for an off-roster sub, which would be, you need to get a player on short notice, for some reason can't get them added to your roster, then they would have a cap of Gold 2. We have it as 2 divisions lower than the roster ad cap, just so you can't last minute bring in a ringer player. It's something we really want to discourage. JakeBot asks, what did I have for dinner? I've not had dinner yet. It's almost 7 o'clock here. We should be having dinner hopefully pretty soon. And my girlfriend's in the background. She is the one that typically makes the dinner, and I just heard her chuckle, so I don't know exactly what that means. Skeptic Mo asks, what happens if you climb out of your current placement? You get a cool thumbs up, and we congratulate you on your improved progress, but climbing out of your current placement does not impact your current placing in the season or anything like that.
He also
It
posted
could
a thing
impact
afterward.
your follow-on placements.
Yeah, it says if the season continues, only Storm League matter. What if I climb out? So essentially, you don't climb out of your division. Once you're placed, you're there. So feel free, as a team, go play Storm League. Like we're not gonna bump you up a division in the middle of the season. That's not how it works. But that's why roster ads. That's why we emphasize them so heavily before placements and when you guys register to have, you have 9 places to fill them if you want to, because as the season goes on, people might rank up and they might not be eligible then to, apply for your team based on your placement. So it's more concern for the people who aren't already on your team. If you're already on the team, you don't need to worry about it. This is just kind of a general idea of where the general competition is, not necessarily like everybody in this group is only in plat or something like that.
Is the Report BlizzBugs channel a good idea? It gives players access to bug information that can be abused outside of NGS. Delta Sniper, your results may vary. I know that there were a lot of people abusing the Phoenix bugs back in the day when that was a big thing. When we had, I think we had it banned for about a week before they ended up actually fixing it. We're a pretty big community of people, but compared to the actual population of people that play the game, we're not huge. So hopefully it's not going to be too much of an issue that NGS players are able to abuse the non-competitive community out there, but I wouldn't mind if we got to abuse them just a little bit personally, but that's my opinion and doesn't reflect that of NGS as a whole.
Where's Weenus with like the cop noises?
Suddenly, Ektar finds himself banned.
Yeah.
Not sure if there were any other questions that were missed. If they were, please repost them. Oh, I might have blacked out, but when Butte Holiday 2 asked about league rewards, so at the end of last season, we gave away pins. Did we talk about that?
It was mentioned, yeah.
Okay, yeah, so that'll probably be like the reward at the end of this season is those championship pins. I'm sure Mongoose or someone would have a picture of those, but we don't have like cash reward or like a big trophy. Like officially, we only have the pins right now, but
we do, and they're glorious pins though.
They are really cool. Yeah,
For the glory of the pins.
And what's really nice is I believe actually if you become a patron, we have just a generic pin that you can get too. I don't have all the information about that, but we do have like championship pins, and then we have just like a general Patreon pin that you get for being a patron. So if you're interested.
And if you truly can't get enough NGS swag, we do have a limited run of NGS sweatshirts currently available through our Patreon. So if that ends up being a popular thing, we are looking into possibly getting some more NGS swag if the demand is there. So if the demand is there, let us know.
I might have missed it, but are there any known sponsored teams like last season? To my knowledge, no, but I don't know if anybody else knows that.
I don't remember any off the top of my head personally.
Psystorm might be.
I mean, if you are, feel free to let us know.
Yeah.
I mean,
I was pretty sure Psystorm was, so.
Yeah, and they're returning. I don't know if there's any new orgs, but if there are, let us know.
Well, I don't know if there was any others or any other last minute questions or comments or
Skeptic Mo, when will the rules page be updated? Soon, trademark. We've got a running list of changes that we need to make. We'll be updating it through the week.
it will be updated before the season starts on April 27th. Speaking of, that is when the season starts, April 27th. So the schedule will go up on this Tuesday, so you'll still have a week to schedule and prepare, and we'll have time to schedule and prepare everything on our end.
So that's a week from tomorrow. The season will be starting. So, like Aura said, you can start scheduling your week 1 matches and also start scheduling your flex matches. Don't wait until the last minute for those.
I just Born, maybe we do have a lot of new teams this year. What are flex matches?
Oh, Mongoose, I am so glad you asked. Flex matches are matches that aren't set in stone on your schedule. Week 1, week 2, all 9, you have a team you are scheduled and set to play each week, but you also have a number of flex matches that aren't on your schedule, but that you can play at any time. So if your team is having a less busy week than usual, play a game and maybe schedule one of your flex matches. If your team has a bye week, cool. Maybe instead of taking the week off, schedule your flex match, one of them rather. Those can be played, like I said, at any time. You don't have to play them, all in one week. You can spread them out over the season, which is actually what we recommend. Because if you wait until like the last week of the season, you're going to have a hard time getting all of those on the calendar and getting other teams to agree to play last minute.
And team captains, if you are having an issue scheduling, reach out to your div mods. That's what they're there for. They're really good about acting as a go-between and hopefully finding a middle ground. Also save those conversations. So if you have an issue, you can provide that information to us, and we can help solve whatever issues you may have. That's what the moderating staff is there for. So don't hesitate to reach out to us. We're all very friendly and happy to help move things along.
And also just a quick shout out for division mods. We do have 2 division mods per division, one for like the East Coast, one for the West Coast. Generally, you're going to want to reach out to whoever your coast div mod is, but feel free to reach out to the other coast. Feel free to reach out to any of the div mods. I mean, we're definitely all here to help you. We just, don't want to overwork each other. So definitely try to go to yours first. And if not, feel free to reach out to anybody you feel comfortable with, or that you want to, because there's guaranteed at least one of us is going to be online if something's happening. So. It looked like Ektar might have got this in chat, but Skeptic Mo said, "Hi, I'm still new. Do we schedule those flex matches directly with the other team or through staff?" So all of your matches here in NGS, you as the captain or as your assistant captain will schedule directly with their captain or assistant captain. So again, that's kind of what the captains list is for. Your quick chat through, that's why we require all captains at minimum to be in Discord. So you have somebody to contact. It's also why we have the division team tags and, the general team tags. So when division chats get updated and stuff, you can ping the entire team. Whoever's in the Discord with their tag will get pinged, to kind of help you guys communicate. Obviously, if you're not getting communication, that's when you want to talk to your div mod and say, "Hey, I can't get a hold of this person," and we will take to our avenues to try to get a hold of them or find out what's going on. So definitely, you do it, but we're here to help. So definitely don't hesitate to reach out.
Yeah, and I'm gonna jump on that too. Or new captains, you're gonna get your schedule here in a couple days. Take a look at it. Reach out to all the captains you can early. The earlier, the better. Try to give them a couple of days that works for your team. Hey, we're available Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays at such and such time. When you have a mutual time worked out, put it on the NGS website. All of the scheduling is done through there. And once it's up there, that's where the casters can grab your matches. They do all of their scheduling through the website. The earlier it gets up there, the more likely it is to be casted. Furthermore, on the website calendar link, all of the games that are casted have links to the streams. And on the front page, we have fancy new links to the streams. And after the game is completed, the winning team is responsible for reporting the game also through the website. If you guys need any help with how you do those things, once again, reach out. We have all kinds of friendly veteran captains who can help, or the moderating staff as well.
Piggybacking off of that, the NGS calendar is in your local time zone as established by your computer's local settings. So just because you are in one time zone in NGS divisions, you're still in your normal time zone. Make sure you update the calendar accordingly. And once a match is on the calendar, you as the captain cannot update it. So if for some reason you put it in the wrong time, it needs to move, whatever, make sure you get a hold of your div mod. They're the only ones that can actually move that around for you. And yeah, we're all pretty friendly, except for that turd herd guy.
Hey.
And lastly, if you, for whatever reason, it's an absolutely pressing issue, like needs to be done absolutely right away, you can't get a hold of the div mods, Ector's head mod or any of the board members can help you. But at the same time, if you've DM'd them and it's not a absolutely pressing thing, give them a little bit of time to get back to you. Everyone's pretty quick to respond. But you don't need to DM 5 different people. Just reach out to your div mod and give them, ample time to reach out back to you before reaching out to somebody else if you're not getting the communication you need.
We usually say about a 24-hour time window. If they haven't answered you after a day, then maybe try try someone else. If it's not, pressing and nobody's answered, then, you know.
Going once, going twice.
Oh, wait, one just popped up. Can you explain the limits per division shown earlier? What are those for? I think they might have been talking about the off-roster
Sure.
limits and the
Well,
yes.
yeah, I'll tell you. So, where those come from, if you want to know, is after placements are done. This season, I reached out to all of the team captains for all 109 teams, and almost every single one of them responded. Everyone was very helpful. I got screen caps for all of the top players on all the teams who were playing in NGS. After placement was done, we went by division and we took the average of the second highest rated player on each team, and that is the upper limit to add. So if you want to add a player after today, they need to be at or below the limit for your particular division. So if you're a Division A team, I believe the upper limit is Diamond 2. So any player Diamond 2 or lower can be added to a Division A roster. But if that same Diamond 2 player were to apply for a Division B roster ad, that roster ad will be denied because that player is above the roster ad ceiling. So we don't want teams bringing in ringers. This is why we want you guys to put as much of your rosters together as early as possible, because any rosters assembled before registration aren't subject to the limits. We place them based on the roster itself. But once the teams are placed in a division, all roster ads are subject to that upper limit.
I think there might be a follow-up question there for you, Mongoose.
How do you place teams that moved up or down from divisions? There's correct. So the very first thing we look at when we're doing placement is performance in past seasons. And honestly, the first pass of placements we do is teams that returned intact and were correctly placed. So Jailbait is a great example of this. They're like the first team we place every season because they're always perfectly competitive in B, and those guys have been around forever and they're wonderful. But teams like that have high levels of roster consistency and are, right around the middle of the 500 mark, those are the teams we place first, and then we kind of go from there. So teams that finish at the top of their divisions, assuming the roster is returned intact, are very likely to be bumped up. And teams that finished at the bottom of their divisions that have returned with their rosters intact are very likely to be bumped down. But if you're one of those top teams and you had a roster shakeup and lost some of your best players and maybe replace them with players that aren't quite as strong, it's possible you're not going to go up a division. And if you're one of the lower teams in your division and you lost some players and replaced them with better players, you upgraded your roster, it's possible you're not going to go down. So it's a little bit of a moving target, and it's done on a team by team basis. It's an inexact science, but there's a lot that goes into it. That's the kind of short version. Yes, we do take playoffs into account a little bit. Basically, the answer to any of these questions is any and all information that we can get about a team, we use it. If the team participated in Heroes Lounge, we actually pull up all of the teams that were in Heroes Lounge. We look at their match history and we find other NGS teams that they have played, so we can compare and see how they compare to other teams that we're familiar with. We look at Zul'jin Distillery Invitational results. We look at how a team looked at the Regen Invitational, and there's not any one of these things that is all encompassing, but we do consider all the information that we have to a certain extent anyway.
There was also a comment by Ektar in that maybe this person might be referring to. There are some times where a team gets bumped up or down by 2 divisions instead of 1. That's usually due to significant roster changes. Like they might have the same name, but like let's say they have 8 people that are on their roster and 6 of them are different. They have to essentially be reevaluated. We can't always use their past data, so we have to go off of, okay, do we know the people who joined? Do we know the people who left? Did they lose their strong players? Did they lose their weak players? What does it all kind of look like? So there's no like official promotion or demotion system that we have. It's just a lot of looking and evaluating, and the guys who do it, they spend hours. Like that's why we have 2 weeks to do it, because it's just a long process. I mean,
Yeah,
they don't take it lightly by any means.
And actually, the one thing I didn't touch on too, the other thing we take into account a lot is those registration questionnaires that all the captains have to fill out that 99% of you took seriously. One of the questions is, where do you think you should be, or where do you want to be? What division do you want to be in? And if we have a team that is kind of on the borderline and they ask for the higher division, we take that into account for sure. So some teams, are really into coaching and replay review and try harding and want to compete at the absolute highest level, and if that's something that we can accommodate and we think that they would be competitive at, we're going to give them the benefit of the doubt and bump them up. And then there are other teams that are like, you know what, we just show up and play, we don't really go crazy about it, and we take that into account too. So their team's own self-evaluation and where they think they would be best, we take into account as well. It's any piece of information we can use, we do.
One thing I'd like to say, in light of this being the April Mead Hall, and maybe you guys have noticed over the past couple of years, we've had some fun on April 1st for April Fool's Day. If you have a cool idea, well, we're like 11 months away from next time, and if you have an idea, maybe we'll save it and have something cool that you guys appreciate. I think this past one we renamed to the HGC. It was a little fun. I don't know if Wedge is still here, but he was a huge part of putting that together, so shout out to Wedge if you enjoyed our April Fool's joke this month. I think that might be it, Aura.
I think so. There was a quick question about Heroes Lounge. So we do work coincidentally with Heroes Lounge to provide NA specifically, like we have a season while they're in off season, then they have a season while we're in off season. So we do kind of bounce off of their placements as well. They don't necessarily we don't necessarily give each other detailed information as far as I'm aware of, but we do use their site. We look at where teams have started, teams that might be joining us from them, or teams, some of NGS teams that play over there. So we do take that, like we said before, any information we kind of can get, we take a look at and use what we can of it. I know they have a little bit different setup in regards to, bigger divisions, or there's an NGS A team playing against an NGS D team or something. Those are, they've got a little bit different system, but we do try to use, whatever information we can. So but yeah, other than that, I haven't seen anything else pop up recently, so I think we might
From
call it a
Beautiful
night.
Holiday in hashtag suggestions. Animal Crossing channel, please.
Oh, so what I've
Or
essentially
get on that.
made, essentially what I've said, the reason we have, the Pokemon Go channel is if there's enough people talking about it in the off-topic channel, I can definitely look to adding one so we can move that information. But until there's a big enough conversation going on, there's not a huge reason to, but I can also just add a channel because Animal Crossing is great and everybody loves it. So I might just do that.
All right, we're past an hour. Let's get this thing out of here.
Yep, this is done. We're all done. But get ready for the season. I don't know if there's anything else, or if we're just closing out or going somewhere, or what are we doing?
We're going to be closing out and raiding on over to our good friends over with Heroes Lounge. They're currently doing their playoff draw show right now. So if you're interested in some HL, we'll be over there in just a moment. So thanks for being here with us, right? Guess that's it. Anyone else want to say
I
goodbye?
think that's it. Bye. Everybody else left.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
For Venus.